So each week, these two friends lead a podcast about the long-running hit series Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Here's a listen.
We break down episodes of Law & Order Special Victims Unit, the crimes they're based on, and we interview actors from the show.
Are we going to try to get Olivia Benson? Duh, of course.
Are we also going to talk to the bartender who doesn't stop unloading glasses while he recounts a murder victim's exact drink order? Yes.
It's titled That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast, and it's co-hosted by comedians and super fans of the show, Klenk and Liza Treyger. And this morning, they are both here to talk about all things SVU. So please welcome Kara and Liza to the Pixel 11 Morning News.
Hi, Liza.
Man, you know, can we just sing it in unison? Dun,
dun, dun.
Yes. The show is awesome. It's been on forever. But what do you think it was? Well, first of all, why did you guys decide to do this podcast? I mean, obviously there's tons of fans.
Yeah, it was her idea, so I'm so happy she asked me to do it.
I just love SVU, and I feel like there's a billion and one true crime podcasts right now, but I was like, what's like another way that you could get into true crime? And I just thought, oh, what about this show where I've seen every episode 17 times? Maybe that would work. So I came up with this format, and then I remembered my good pal also loves the show.
And we interview actors from the show, so then we're also obsessed with them. So we get to talk to all the cast and like the celebrity guest stars. So it's really selfish too.
Give us a little bit of a rundown of how your show runs.
So the first part of it, we just recap the episode, we make little jokes, and I know it's like kind of dark subject matter, so we tried to lighten it up. And then we recap we go into the true crime that it was based on, and then, like Liza said, we interview one of the actors. Sometimes we do a writer or a director or like one of the executive producers, but mostly actors from the show.
And you did have one actor on the show. Kelly was on.
Yeah, we just
Kelly
had
was huge. Yeah, that was really exciting.
What was that like?
It was awesome.
I felt like Barbara Walters. It was an exclusive scoop. Like her last episode aired on Thursday, and we talked to her Monday. So it just felt like we were reporters. We felt really excited.
Remind the viewers who she is on the show.
So she's Rollins. She plays Detective Amanda Rollins. She came on in season 13, and she's just now left in season 24. So she's been like a very long running member of the cast, and she just left the show, and we were really excited to talk to her. She was cool.
She's known for her great fashion, but also she causes a lot of trouble. She's had growth, but you know, she has some gambling problems. She lies. She has a wild sister. So we've really gone on a journey with her.
Yeah.
And who is your goal to get on the show?
I mean,
Mariska
Hargitay, Ice-T,
yeah,
of course. Mariska, I know you live in New York. I don't know what camera to look at. Mariska, please. I know you're watching WPIX.
But also Ludacris.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He has a
really wanna get
two-episode arc. We want Ludacris.
You know, it's so funny because one of our anchors, who is not here today, unfortunately, he is a huge fan of SVU, and he's actually, so Dan Manarino is my co-anchor.
Oh, yeah.
He actually has been on SVU, standing up as a reporter.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know, have you ever seen him on the show?
Well,
how would you characterize his performance?
Oh, we're going to research.
So there he is.
Oh, my gosh.
That's him right there.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing him by any
I've
chance?
seen him before, yeah, for sure.
This
at him.
episode, yes, this is incredible.
So, so first of all, what is your critique of his performance?
I mean, it's obviously true to life.
Well, we're
He's a
also
reporter.
jealous. It's a dream. It's hard to judge, you know? And everyone would love a piece of what he's got. Yeah, we want to find a dead body.
Yeah,
That's
we were
hard.
dying for them to cast us as just like two girls bickering walking down the street, and then we find the body.
Well, that's just it. Didn't one of you audition to be?
I
Okay,
bombed.
you got to tell me about this.
This was years ago. I'm a much better actress now, you know, with experience, but I bombed. It was one line, and the note they gave me, they're like, can you please stop smiling? This is like a serious show, but I was just too happy to be there. And then I was supposed to say my line and give the papers, and then the next take I gave the papers, then said the line, and they said, please leave. And that was my SVU story like 8 years ago.
See, the thing that I find really fascinating about your dynamic on the show is that, you know, I'm a mom, so I don't actually get to watch that much television. I've seen several episodes of SVU and Law & Order just in general, but listening to you two talk about the show really got me to want to get back into watching it again.
Cool.
No, I'm not kidding. So have you found that with some of your listeners?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have listeners that are like, you guys inspired me to start from the beginning and watch the whole thing. We also have crazy listeners that don't listen to the show, watch the show at all. They just listen to us.
Yeah, so we do live shows, and we just did a live show in New York last week, and a friend came, and we do PowerPoints and slides, and she went, I did not think that's what Munch was going to look like because
Like,
she
she'd
never watched
the show.
Oh my
she
gosh,
just
how
listens
funny.
to us talk, so she had no idea what some of the people looked like, which I loved.
But a lot of people contact us and are like, I've been watching this show with my grandma or my mom since I was probably too young to be watching it. And so, I don't know, a lot of people say we listen to the podcast and watch the show together, like with my sister who lives far away. So it feels like we're like bringing people together.
Yeah, and the
in a
live
weird way.
shows, we meet like full families that come out and siblings
Yeah.
and people travel, and it's like so cool.
So has anybody contacted you from the show and said, hey,
Yes.
you guys, this is great? Or do you have ideas based on what your viewer or your listeners are saying of what a great new episode could be?
Oh, I mean, we talk all the time about what our spec episode's going to be for SVU. Like, we come up with ideas. We're like, oh, we're just talking to each other, right?
Well, no, I think we do audience requests, so like our listeners will request episodes.
Oh, is that what you mean?
No, I mean, like,
Has
has the-
anybody from SVU contacted
Popped
us?
Yes.
you and said,
Oh, yeah.
hey, what are
Me-
your viewers saying? What do they want?
Oh,
Or your listeners, rather.
no, but we have moles.
Yeah.
We have a
We know
mole on the
we
inside.
know some people that work at the show.
So they'll like correct it, or they'll we had a theory about the wardrobe and why everyone was wearing purple, and so she found out and she goes, "You're wrong." So we have one person on the inside who helps us like get scoop, and then Neil Baer, the executive producer from seasons 2 to 12, did reach out and he goes, "I should be on your show," and he's been on twice because he's like a genius. It was so
Yeah,
fun.
but like no one's like called us and said like great job or stop doing what you're doing.
No, yeah, we wish.
But NBC did send us.
We're on the PR list.
We're on the. We did get a button that says "Dun Dun," and we also got cookies that are the cast members' faces. So I think they're vaguely aware of us.
We
Well,
ate
that's
all of
pretty
them,
nothing else.
but I kept the iced tea one.
See, but I do have to say that I would consider that a huge success. If
Oh,
the
yeah.
show is reaching out to you. Well, congratulations on the
Thank
success
you.
of the podcast.
Well, and this is such a big deal because
I used to watch WPIX like my whole,
yay!
when I first moved to New York City, and I just would watch like Will and Grace and Seinfeld and the morning news and everything on here all the time. So I'm thrilled to be here.
Oh, well, we're excited to have you here. So best of luck and
you.
continued success with your show.
Thank you.
All right. So be sure to check them out on That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast, on Exactly Right Media, available anywhere you get your podcasts. And listen, I listened to it for a little bit yesterday, and they are hilarious.